Frank Sepe with Rahbar, answering your muscle and fitness DM questions. One of the questions that keeps popping up is protein requirements. If you're trying to pack on muscle and obviously stay lean, what do you think the proper amount of protein somebody should take in?
Regular person or bodybuilder?
Somebody who aspires to be not a bodybuilder, but like bigger than the average person.
Yeah. If your protein requirements are slim to none, I would start with half to 3/4 of your body weight.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are beginners and you've been working out and you've been conscious of your protein intake, I would start with 1 gram per pound of body weight. I worked my way up in my early years to 1.5 grams per body weight, but this was when I started progressing more and really utilizing the protein. If you're not doing resistance training, strength training, and creating an environment, an anabolic environment, protein synthesis, you don't have use for so much protein. Right. So eating 30 to 50, 60 grams of protein per meal would kind of be a waste. Now, there are studies that have been done, and a lot of people like to argue that we can only digest
191
X amount of protein per meal, but there's no real study to truly justify that. I think it depends on the individual. And also, what you want to pay attention to as you age is your gut health. If your gut health is not optimal, if your pH is not balanced, you're not eating pre and probiotics, you're not going to absorb that protein.
No.
And the most important thing is nutrient absorption. So I do believe in breaking up the protein and not having large meals throughout the day and having smaller meals broken up.
So, talking about protein requirements, I recommend getting your blood tested. I had my blood tested food allergies. Said I was allergic to whey protein, eggs, peanut butter, pretty much in dairy.
All the good stuff.
What do you mean? Things I've been eating every day of my life? So, like you're talking about gut health and, protein sources, you should know what your body's going to best respond to, because otherwise you're doing damage. Like, I know that chicken, turkey, fish obviously is the best for me. What do you recommend somebody, out there, like just a typical, is there anything outside the box that you would recommend?
Well, I'm a big believer in if you're eating animal protein, trying to go with organic and wild and cage-free, which is very difficult. Like to get chicken that's really not been tampered with is tough.
You have to raise your own.
Yeah, eggs and whey that you cut out, you don't have them.
Mm-mm.
So eggs and whey happen to have the highest bioavailability, meaning that whey protein, if it's a high quality whey isolate, not just the cheapest one you can find on Amazon, whey isolate and egg whites or whole eggs will absorb the most. So besides whey and egg whites, I do eat chicken, turkey. I like to have fish as long as it's wild caught. And I like to kind of have venison, bison, kind of wild game that has been tampered less with by human hands. So when you're eating that much protein, the quality of the protein and where you get the protein is very important. In my earlier years, I was young. I didn't have much money. I was buying the cheapest chicken breast that I could find in bulk.
In the worst neighborhood ever.
Yeah.
$1 a pound cheaper.
Risking getting shot to get chicken for like 99 cents a pound. And, in retrospect, I didn't have any health issues. I don't think, I had any issues, but in retrospect, it wasn't the best quality. So I think quality is more important than the quantity of food you're eating, again, because of the absorption and the nutrients.
And there are some really good protein shakes out there and supplements that you can take. What they have now that they didn't have back in the day is these protein snacks. There's so many good protein snacks out there too. It's a curb kind of if you have a sugar, obsession of some sort. But so that's what we wanted to know. So thank you guys.